Hello, everybody. Welcome. I'm glad you're joining me for a little tutorial on the iYuga color wheels. It's something that I found out about just a few months ago, maybe this summer, I think it was, and I have been loving creating. I was like adamant, I'm like, I am using color wheels, and I have been transitioning everything over to color wheels. And I have a Kelly Ellerbrake on here, who's also she works with iYuga. And she's going to be on here to answer questions at the very end, as well as I'm going to have her talk a little bit about, iYuga. So I'm going to, well, actually, before I get started with that, Kelly, why don't you tell us how it began? Just iYuga in general, how did it begin?
Yeah, sure. Hello, everybody. It's exciting to be on. Thanks, Danielle, for having me on. I appreciate it. So we started iYuga about 2.5, 3 years ago, and I happened to be a wellness advocate for doTERRA, but I also had owned a real estate company and a private school, like all of us do. Like we've had all these things in our lives. And one of the challenges that I've always had is how to organize my business in a way that my customer, consumer, teachers, pupils, whatever, would actually engage with the information. And that's always a challenge, and it's a challenge today. And so my sister actually called me about 3 years ago and said, I have an idea for an app. Do you want to go in on it with me? And I said, I absolutely do. Once I heard what it was going to be, and it's evolved into these beautiful color-coded wheels. And we are so excited that Danielle has jumped on board because she's just the classic avatar for our app. Somebody who trains, educates, organize in a beautiful way. Her content was beautiful before iYuga. And so that's why we did it. And it's turned into something pretty incredible. Right now, what Danielle's showing you is the web. And what that means, it's the web app. So right now, it functions a lot like an app like Canva or Zoom, where you mostly use it on your computer. The mobile is going to be launched publicly next year. We'll have some of our users in early using it, but just to kind of keep that, just to tell you that kind of right up front, I think is really important. But we wanted a way that understanding, especially in the last 5-ish years, is that people don't any longer want to doom scroll long documents, long videos, long boring content. They want a way that they can get bite-sized information, get it quickly, figure out where they put it. I can't tell you how many times I've saved things and then couldn't find it later. And to be able to consume it in a way that's very visual learner friendly. And so iYuga was born, and it takes care of all of that.
Yeah, thank you so much, Kelly, for
Yeah.
sharing a little bit about that. And so when I saw them, so again, my brain thinks very organizationally, and I wanted to be able to find a way to reach my customers in a very easy manner. When I was sharing product protocols, I'm like, here's a link to this product, here's a link to this one, and then this one, and then this one. And I'm like, it's so confusing. And oh, I recorded a little video for you, and there's this link for that video. And so iYuga, these color wheels just took it all into one organizational place, and it's a fun to learn from. So I'm going to dive into a tutorial so you guys can learn a little bit about it. But what I'd love to see in the chat box, one, if you can tell us where you're joining from, and then also tell me primarily, are you interested to use these for one, for business, or two, for personal? Primarily. I know I do both, but mine is primarily with business. And so I want to be sure I speak to those of you who are on here. Okay, so as you're putting that in here, I'm just going to jump in and show you how to create a color wheel. As you can see, they can be so much fun to design. Doesn't it make you just want to click on them? It does me, even though I'm like, oh, I just want to click on it again and look at it. So what we're going to do is you can create a wheel for anything. And in a minute, I am going to ask you to put in what you're interested in creating what was I going to say? Oh my gosh, I just lost my train of thought. I'll come back to it. I'm sure it'll come back. Okay, so let me go into here and just show you how you create a wheel. So when you come in here, you're going to name your wheel. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to do Thanksgiving recipes. So I'm going to show you how easy this can be. And you can do a subtitle. I'm going to do Adam's family favorites. Okay. That's my mom's family. and I'm going to make it public. And you'll get a tutorial after this of what everything means. I'm going to do just kind of some general. I'm just making it public instead of private. It's unlocked so people can save it. And I'm going to say sync. It's clonable, so like I can send it to my aunts and uncles. They can clone it. And then also I'm going to say sync clone so that when I update the recipes, it'll sync to their clone. Okay, so that's all what that means. We're going to use just the regular wheel builder. I love this feature. Okay, this is the one I was excited to show you guys. So, customize. So we go into customize. Now what this does, I love the color palettes. So I'm going to pull an image. I'm going to browse an image. Thanksgiving. Oh, I love the corn. Okay, perfect. So I'm going to do that. And now what it's doing is it's pulling the color scheme from the corn. Isn't that cool? I find that super fascinating. So now there's my color wheel. It's got the palette, but first thing I'm going to go do, I've got this, you can describe what it is. It's like family recipes for hundreds of years. Just kidding. I don't know. I'm just writing whatever. Okay. So design. So first you're going to go to design and I want to look at my wallpaper. So that's going to be this background here. You guys are going to have so much fun playing around with this. So image, I'm going to browse. You can upload or you can browse, and I'm going to actually just pull that same one because I want those colors to look good. So this is something I do is I really want the colors to match so it's eye-popping. And especially for I see a lot of you wanted to use this for business. And so you want something eye-popping that people will look at. Okay, so there you go. Now that's the wallpaper of the wheel. Now we go to portrait. And you're going to have the recording of this video too and other tutorials that I'm going to send over to you. I'm going to go browse and I'm just going to say Thanksgiving again. You can upload a family photo. You can do whatever you want. You can upload a picture of like a recipe you actually cooked. And you can just like browse from here and see what would look good. So I'm looking for colors that would coincide with this out here. And I like this one. It looks like a table. So there you go. So that is your start of your color wheel. Now we go to segments and I'm going to add a segment, and remember it already gave me the colors. So I'm going to do a couple segments here. We'll just do like 5. There we go. We got 5 segments. So in those segments, you can now put your recipes. So what do we want for our first recipe? Maybe we want the turkey. And so then turkey recipe in here. And you can do fun where you can add an image. Maybe you have a picture of your family eating the turkey and you can upload it here or just browse and say turkey. So everything is right at your fingertips. It doesn't take me that long to design them, which is great. And I'm going to show you how I use them in business. But for now, I want to at least give you a tutorial of how to create them. So it's gonna, if some of these take a minute to load, it's because we're on video. So I'm gonna just skip doing that. Now let's say, I just changed the segment name. So it's gravy. And then here you can see you can add images. Maybe you've got a video, but we'll just do text and you're gonna put your right here, gravy recipe. And it's like your family's favorite recipe. 1 cup, I don't even know what goes in gravy. Water, there you go. So I am not a cook. You can ask my mom. But if you have an audio you want to add to that and give instructions, can you guys see how cool this is? I also love the image grid where I can put multiple images. Maybe I want an image of the actual gravy packet that I use as well as the cornstarch or whatever. Okay, so segment 3, again, we just go, pumpkin pie, right? So that is kind of a base on how to create these wheels. And I'm going to go to just save it. And then we'll just go view it. I didn't do all the segment names, but I just want to give you a slight idea. As you have questions when I'm speaking, please put them in the text box. Kelly's here to answer those as well. Okay, so isn't that pretty? So
So pretty.
can you guys imagine like just having all your family recipes in here for Thanksgiving and sharing them and adding your own photos? And then up here, you just say share, you just copy it and you send it. In fact, I'll put it in the chat box. If it's one you want to clone and create for yourself, I will make it so you can do that. I can change the permissions on it and you can clone it and make it your own just for a fun start. Okay, so wheel, I think it's access. I'm going to not sync clones so that you can clone that and make it your own. Okay, perfect. So that's like a base on just creating the wheels. I'm going to show you. I remembered my question I started to ask. I'm going to ask you in a minute to tell me what you're excited about with creating the wheels. But I'm going to show you, let's see, a custom product wheel, how I use this for business. I wrote down my notes here. So I had a gal that I was talking to on Instagram. We talked about some of her health goals. I said, I have some products that will help you. And instead of sending a whole bunch of links, so these are some of the products I, promote, VMG, and a link to that, a link to lemon, a link to peppermint, I was able to just create a wheel. So I say, aloha to her. I have a personal message. And then I just say a little quick about essential oils. This is a little video. And I'm going to show you how easy the videos are to load from YouTube. Remind me to do that. So then I go to the VMG page and I just have videos. I have information about VMG. So these are those grids that I was telling you that you can do, the grids with multiple images. I know it's small. I have talked to Kelly and she's working with them to make it bigger so it's easier for presentation when we're on a Zoom. But I can zoom them up like this. So this is what I send. I send about lemon. Each segment is about a different product. And then I come over to here when she's all done going through all my products. The last one says purchase. And so in here, I talk about, purchasing, 25% off. And then I have a link that's like view the cart. And you click to view it. And it's got everything that I just showed her is right in there. And actually, this is a fresh wheel. She just ordered everything I put in her cart. She just did this order the last week. So kind of cool. I'm gonna close that down. The other way I use it for customers, for business, and I'm sure you can start thinking of like all these different ways that can work for you. But I do, once they have placed an order, I also do a wheel that's like their product wheel. So I'm going to show you Melissa's product wheel. So here we go. I say, this is a therapist in South Africa. She enrolled. I said, congratulations on your doTERRA order. Let's talk about essential oils. So I do a little just review of why essential oils, because that's the core of what I do. And then I have the core of like the quality, like this isn't just the ones you buy off the shelf. So then I go into her product. She ordered osmanthus. She ordered Clary Calm. And so each one has like a different section for the products that she ordered. And she got Citrus Bloom for free with the promotion. So I put this Citrus Bloom in here. Then the last one for my active customers, I do instead of a purchase, I do subscribe and save. So that's what this one is. And I say, get 20% back, blah, blah, blah. And I tell them about subscribe and save. But what's really cool, I give them a login. But down here, I'm like, hey, can I make some product suggestions? So in here, I have linked the emotional aromatherapy. She's a therapist, and I'm telling her about the emotional aromatherapy kit. I have a linked wheel in there. I can show you that in a minute too. And I have just a list of other products, that she could add for sleep. and an A to Z guide that's searchable. So there you go. And to join my WhatsApp group. So you can put whatever you want. So it's kind of fun because I'm able to really customize every single wheel for my customers. Okay, so I'm going to talk a little bit more about design now that I've shown you a couple of wheels. I'm going to show you a couple new cool, really, really cool things. So when I'm designing, well, this is what I want to ask you guys. So in here, now that you've seen a couple wheels, tell me what do you want to create? Like, tell me a way you see yourself using this. Maybe someone's a musician and wants to compile their music. Maybe it's a photo album, video album. Maybe it's customer like I just showed you. Please put in the chat box. I want to see what way this is going to be helping you to use the wheels. So, okay, let me show you some more cool things. So when I create a wheel, just think if I want to just do, yeah, let me just do it as a new one. So I'm going to do an essential oil guide. Okay. Business, Debbie says, yeah. Agreed on that. Okay. And this is like I'm just going to say top 3 oils. Public, unlock it. I'm going to sync my clones. And I'm just going to go normal wheel builder. Okay. I'm going to just go default and I'll show you how you can pick and choose and change things. I love that, Margaret. Yeah, send information to new leads. Okay, so in the design, so now I didn't choose a color. I didn't have a picture choose its own color palette. So in the design, I'm going to go to portrait. Now, I have been uploading a ton of photos from doTERRA's DMK. So for anybody who's, I think most people are know doTERRA or in doTERRA on this call, but if you're not, basically it's just a digital marketing kit that you can get a whole bunch of marketing photos so they're professional. And that's, for me, that's really important. So I'm going to go to a recent wheel or a recent photo that I've used and uploaded for the essential oil. I'm going to do 3 oils on here. Let me pick something. So it's fun because I have a whole library now I can pull from of essential oils. So why don't we do citrus bloom in there for fun? Now I go to wallpaper. See, wallpaper, image. Let's go recent, all wheels. And so when I'm looking at design, I'm looking for a very clean and just easy to see photo in the center. And then on the large one, I'm looking for something in that will not be too big, but like can be, let me show you. I kind of like to contrast and match the colors as much as I can. What we're getting into. So like what I'm saying is if I use this, that image is too big. So I'll show you what happens. And so that doesn't really work. Okay. So then I'm like, ooh, I don't like that. So I'm just going to keep scrolling. So I look for images that are a little bit smaller scale that can load in there pretty. I have one I'm looking for specifically. So this is the one I've used before. So this is also citrus bloom, but it's a different color of it. So can you see that kind of made it pretty? And there's enough going on that when it's zoomed in, you can see things. Okay, so now I'm going to add 3 segments here. Okay, so there's 3 segments. Now let's start with segment 1. I'm going to add 2 segments. Let me delete one of these. I'm going to show you something. Okay, segment. Let's just change this to be peppermint. And you can see here, you can change the colors of the segment. You can also do a custom where you pick a color pick a color. And this is how I make my wheels pretty. I'm like, what color do I want to pick? So I'm going to pick this right here. And then done. And it shows up. And that's pretty. It matches. Okay, so if you don't already pull the palette, you can pull the palette inside, which is what I like to do. Let's do this one as well, because I really like it to look pretty. It matters so much to me. So you go, I'm going to do the grapefruit. It kind of looks like it's similar to that color, so let's do the grapefruit. And then I go done, and it'll change it to the grapefruit color. There it is. So what I try to do is with my segments, match this wallpaper color. Okay. All right. Now with that, then you go put your content in. Let me show you a really fun thing. Button. If you want to lead someone somewhere, you want them to go look at something, you can say, buy now. If you wanted it like that, and that you can just put the button in there with the URL. And it's actually kind of hard to see that button. So why don't I change the color of it down here? Why don't we make it like a lighter shade? Let's go to my custom. Let's do it this shade. So there's just a lot of customization you can do. When I click back in here, it goes over to this area. So let's show you a video. Now, when you do videos, you can upload, but it's easy you can browse. They have videos loaded here. I could say, send me a video on grapefruit. I don't know what there will be. I have not tried that yet, but there you go. There's something on grapefruit, I guess. I don't know what that is, but I usually go to YouTube and I just put the URL, paste it right in here, and then it pulls up here. So that's the easiest way. Okay, so that's some of the design. Let me show you what I love that they added. Once I get a bank of products, like let's say, okay, we're talking about 3 products and one of them is going to be lemon. I go to down here, my segment library. Do you see where I'm at here? And I want lavender in this. This is one of my top 3. So I'm going to go to my segment library and it pulls up my wheels. See, there's the Thanksgiving wheel we just made. So I'm going to go, we need lavender. I already made an entire lavender segment. I don't have to recreate it. I just say, add, thank you. Now there's lavender. Isn't that cool, you guys?
That's
so
huge.
This is huge because it's what I do now for my customers. Like osmanthus, I didn't have that one created, so I had to create that. But now anytime someone orders the essential oil osmanthus, I just go add it. And let's say we're going to put peppermint in this wheel too. Okay. So there you go. Peppermint's done. So as you create them, you also save time in the future when you send, and you can change the colors once it's in here. Now that lavender, I'm looking at it, it just kind of clashes with this color here. So I'm just going to go here and I can just change it to be something that looks a little bit nicer with this, like a softer lavender. You see how that switched it? Kind of cool. So that is some of the basics on how you can, reuse. Let's go back here. Oh, I'm just going to save and exit on that one. Okay. Oh, I wanted to show you something else in there. So let me go back. So here's really cool. Let's say, okay, here's your peppermint segment, but let's say I want them to go to, I want them to go to another wheel. And so let me add another segment. So now segment 5, I'm going to say something like this. I'm going to say, keep learning on the next color wheel. Okay, something like that. Then look at this down here. You can link a wheel. If you've created, maybe you create your own subscribe and save wheel instead of putting it into a segment. Maybe it's just different wheels that you can create or pull into here. So I'm going to go with my wheels and look at this. I'm like, hey, now that you've learned about, those oils, do you want to learn about lemon, lavender, and peppermint? And so now when they get to this 5th segment, it just takes them to my next wheel. Isn't that cool? So I think that's pretty fun, but you also, okay, well, let me come out here. Let me save and we'll go back to, and I am actually going to gift you guys this lemon, lavender, and peppermint wheel already done for you. So I'm going to show you that real quick. Let me just synchronize and then let's do the lemon, lavender, peppermint wheel. So I'm going to gift this to you guys. I'll do that link right now. And I have it so it doesn't sync the clones. I'm going to show you what you can do with this wheel. Copy, and I'm putting it in the chat box now. So go ahead and click on that now so that you pull it up, and and just leave it there for a second. We'll come back and I'll show you how to clone it and all. But this wheel I made, it talks about why essential oils, why doTERRA's oils, lemon, lavender, peppermint, and then over here I say order more. And so this is where you can customize. I have where I want them to take either the health survey, or you can change it to say order lemon, lavender, peppermint. I use this because I've gifted people a little lemon, lavender, peppermint, and that's why I have the health survey so I can see what other oils they can order, but I talk about other products in here. So you can you can clone this wheel, and then on this order more, you can make it your own, whatever you want to lead this into. So let's show you how to do that. Okay, so if you have that wheel pulled up, well, let me show you one other thing before we do that. Okay, so if I search, you can search iYuga for wheels. It's a whole wheel library. You can search my page and go rummage through, and then you can say, oh, I like her essential oils in the brain one. So I'm going to go in and you can favorite it. You can heart it. See the little heart up here? Well, it was up there. Now I'm in edit mode, but you'll be able to heart it and save that in your favorites. And then the ones that are clonable, you can clone them and save them in your clones. But you can search up here. If I want to search hormones, I can, not users, I'm searching under users.
There you go.
Wheels. So hormones. Let's see what people have created on hormones. That's a hot topic, right? Let's see. I've created on hormones, so if that, it should pull up.
Sometimes it takes a minute.
Yep. So wheels that are customizable, clonable, but not syncable, right, Kelly? That means they can customize it themselves.
Yeah, if the wheel is clonable and not syncable. Yeah, that's kind of a hard to remember, but there are little I buttons next to everything, that little information, just hover over and it'll tell you, because it's hard to remember everything. There you go.
Okay, so do you see, I don't even know, well, I know Stephanie Fritz actually, but look, looks like this was clonable because Krista has it in hers. I know Krista as well. What did that say? Horror movies. Oh, there you go. See? Best horror movies of all times. You can make a wheel for the best horror movies. That is hilarious that someone did that. But that's what's fun. So we'll go to Stephanie's page and click on her hormone wheel. So pretty cool. Looks like she's got a 28-day, and I can go in and favorite that wheel. And then it goes into my favorites library. What is this? Clone this wheel, favorite this wheel. It's like taking a minute to work. But anyway, you can clone it, favorite it. So kind of cool. And you can sit and look and learn from what she has. So that is like a big summary. As you can see, I like to pull on as much professional video or pictures as possible to make them very eye-popping. Yeah, such a time saver. I'm just looking at your notes. Okay, so now let's go in to the link right here. And let's see, Diana, I see your question. I'm gonna come back to that in one sec. Let's click on that link that I just sent you and go to, if you're logged into iYuga, does anybody not have an iYuga account? If you don't, when you
Get out.
click on that link, which is the lemon lavender peppermint, there'll be a little button up at the top that will say join iYuga that's purple. You'll want to click on that
Yeah.
and create your
Where's the
own.
lemon link? I don't see that either.
Oh, it's in the chat box. Did I not send it just now?
I don't see it.
It's let me see if I can heart it or something with the purple heart. I just hearted it with a purple heart.
I'm looking.
Do you see in the chat box?
Oh,
It's
I
the
do.
second
I
from
see
the
it now.
bottom.
Yes.
Okay,
Okay.
no, that's perfect. So click on that. If you don't have an account, click on the purple button to create an account, a free account. Now, if you do, you'll see, I don't see them because this is my will, but you'll see the button to favorite it and clone it. So go ahead and do that now. Okay, I'm just looking at your, while you're doing that, I'm going to just look at your comments.
So it's the purple join iYuga one that we're supposed
Yes.
to? Okay.
Click on that to create a free account. Yep.
Okay.
And
And it's
then,
important you're doing this on your computer. Sorry, Danielle, I just wanted to
yeah.
mention that. It's important you're doing this on your computer. It's not released for mobile yet. That's coming. So everything needs to be done on your computer right now in terms of getting the app and creating wheels.
Yeah. Similar to Canva, it's hard to create a presentation on your phone.
Yeah.
Okay, so once you have that, has everybody favorited it and cloned it just so you could practice doing both? Did it work for you? I know I was trying to do that one and it was having a hard time, so I just want to make sure it worked for you.
That's because you were logged in. You can't favorite your own wheels.
Oh, I was trying to favorite what's her name's will, Stephanie
okay.
Fritz. Yeah.
It took a while to take the favorite. I kept clicking, but it did eventually take.
Oh, hi, Carolyn.
Hello.
Yeah, okay, that's great. So it did take. Okay, so favorite, and then you can clone it, and that way, and it's not syncable, so you can change the content in there, but it gives you a start. I am going to be, honest too. Some of my what do you call these things? Images I have purchased from Shutterstock. So like this one right here is one I've purchased from Shutterstock, and that's why when you see a lot of mine have like really clear, crystal clear images, Shutterstock I've gotten them from. But nowadays you can browse and usually get almost like the as good a quality as something like Shutterstock. So you can just browse the images. Okay, so when you go to people's pages, I was just going to show you too, you can also follow. Like on Stephanie Fritz, I could follow her, you can follow mine, and that way you see when new things are created. So that's over here. I wanted to show you some other ways I've used it. I have my own link tree. So this is my own personal lead magnet. So that's why I've got my picture in here and I have about me in there. I just want to, expand your ideas of what you can do. And it leads to my website and my Instagram, why essential oils, why doTERRA. You can see I use those two a lot. And then how to get started with me, which I have them do a health survey and I just advertise the products in there. And then I have in here why the business partnership. So that's like my little link tree type of a thing that I use, but it's like takes them on a journey of learning about what I do. So that's another way. There is another cool thing. I was debating if I should show you, but I think I will. I'm trying to think what else I use it to organize my classes for the month. So I have like our monthly workshops, weekly workshops in here, emotions, plants. I have all sorts of things with products. Okay, so I'll show you one more cool thing. And this might blow your mind. I think it blows my mind. But I do think it works best if it's for something a little more generic versus being specific. So I've been wanting to do a trip to Egypt. So I'm going to say trip to Egypt. And I'm going to leave that blank for now. Go next, make it public, unlocked. Sure, it can be clonable. Now, iYuga has this really cool thing where you can do an AI will builder. So you click it. and it takes tokens, but share what you'd like to learn on the wheel below. So I want the top 5 sites to see in Egypt, some of the history and what do you call them? Pyramids. I'm like, what are those things called? Pyramids, as well as places to eat. Okay. So I'm just going to generate that. And it's creating an entire wheel for me on Egypt. I don't even have to create it myself. So just go, can't wait. So that's being done in, in the background. So as we wait for that to generate, I want to go to you guys, just making sure I have Kelly. I want to do questions really quick, and then Kelly's going to talk a little bit about their pricing plans they do have where you can upgrade and have more features, which is obviously what I've done, which is why I have so many wheels and so many things I can do. So including the AI. So any questions that we haven't gotten to yet? Are you guys excited to start using the wheels?
This is really cool.
So fun, huh?
Yeah.
I love this Thanksgiving one. That would be a fun gift for your family at Thanksgiving this year, if anybody wants to do that. So, okay, so I'm going to turn over to Kelly and have you talk. And I have a little bit of a iYuga wheel I created for today, talking about how to set up. And it's got a video for the onboarding. So I'm going to send you with this. It's got their plans, which she'll go over in detail just now. And she's got a promo code you guys can upgrade with. And then I've linked it to an iYuga wheel that's an onboarding wheel. So I'm going to share this with you. But Kelly, go ahead and take it away and talk a little bit about getting started with iYuga. There's free, and then all the other accounts.
Okay, sounds good. Yeah. So do you think, Danielle, you can give me the screen, and that'll be easy. So I'll show them where to go as well, if you don't mind.
Yep,
So,
and
but
I had this pulled up if you wanted to use that too.
Perfect. So Danielle did a great job. It excites me to pieces to see somebody go in and just command this. Now, I can only imagine though, if you are seeing for this for the first time, you're thinking, yeah, I can't do that. I can't remember that. What did she say? And really, this is a tool that does take some practice. However, we created it so that one of the reasons we created it, in addition to what I've already talked about, is so that people could use it for their website. I can't tell you how many people, and I've talked to thousands of people globally now that have said, oh, I paid for a website and I never did it. I have a website, but I can't get anybody there. I have a website, but every time I want to change, I've got to pay for that change. And so we said, iYuga is an answer for that. So not only is iYuga just a wheel app that you create these beautiful wheels that solve problems for organization and sharing and people engaging, but also this ability for you to use it as a website if you want. So I'm now going to log into my account. And I'm just going to move through here kind of quickly. I want to just show you, because I think value is really, really important these days. And so I want to show you what you've got here. Obviously, you see where all the wheels are kept, and we call that the gallery. You know how to go create a wheel. You can create folders. This over here is called your ad box. Remember that our app is searchable. I can find people, I can follow people. So it has this social media aspect as well as it's a business tool, what we call a SaaS app. It's both. That's really highly unusual to find in an app. So it's the opportunity for you to be able to advertise anything you want on the left. So maybe Danielle has a new book that's coming out, let's say, and she really wants to feature that. She can feature that on the left-hand side. And in fact, she can have an entire library if she wants of different things that you can put over there. So you've got ad space, which is awesome over here. This is called your profile. This says how many wheels I have, how many people follow and following, and then a little bit about me. Now, Danielle talked a little bit about Linktree. One of the things we wanted to do is to say if people wanted to go beyond the free app, and the free app is robust, but if you wanted to go beyond the free app, we wanted to include some things that would let you get rid of other apps you're paying for already. So she talked a little bit about a wheel she created that's like Linktree, but we have something called Link Vault, and that's what this is. So I got rid of my Linktree. I no longer have to use that because everything in here, this is what gets sent out to people. They can find me on Facebook, LinkedIn. Here's the free app. Instagram, shop my favorite oils, my, Clifton Strengths, whatever you want here. This functions like a Linktree. All this is which wheel am I featuring today? Knowing people are landing on my iYuga account, on my gallery. Is there something that I want to feature? I just created this wheel, Unlock Joint Regeneration While You Sleep. And I made this a public wheel. I made it. I want to share it with people. So I can share it to my social media. I can create a reel with it. I can do a story with it. I can email it. I can text it, whatever I want to do. But if you notice, I'm logged into my own account. So I can see all my public and private wheels. But if I went over and searched, Dr. Danielle over here, and I go to her account, I can only see wheels that she's made public. So she's got private wheels. I just can't see them as a visitor. And I want you to be comfortable knowing that so that you can create all these wheels, take your time, and then make them public when you're ready. So I think that's just important to kind of know what all is in here and why this works so well as a website. We also have another feature over here called Explore. Now, this is not fully built out yet. We are still a brand new app, which is really an exciting time to get involved. But I can search. These are all kinds of people's wheels, all different kinds of subjects they would load. There's many, many more on here, but I can search wheels in here. So look at a very popular wheel happens to be Dr. Danielle's right here. So I just wanted you to know that that is a feature as well. Now let's talk about the subscription levels. And I want you just to have this information so you know. But like Danielle said, we have a coupon that you can use, but we also have a second coupon for those of you that are business builders in some way, no matter what your industry is. If you're thinking, and we really offer this only to our people like Dr. Danielle to give to their people. It's not one that you can go on and find on our app. So it's a very special one. I'm going to show you that. But the first thing I want to do is this is called the user menu. I'm going to go over here to subscription and billing. And anybody can use this right now, 50 annual. What that means is that right now everyone has the free. If you want to upgrade, you can look down here and see what all the features are and what the comparison is. I'm going to point out one or two that I think are the most important. But if you want your first year at half off to try one of the higher levels, use 50 annual and you'll get it right away. I'm going to share another code with you at the end, but so if you want to compare plans, you can do that. These top two plans are important because I'm assuming everybody on here is in business on some level. I don't know about you, but I'm always looking for additional income revenues, income streams, revenue streams. And so what I love about iYuga so much is it's already solving a problem in my business. It's already solving a problem in my personal life, organizing. We have trip wheels with our kids. I have something coming up this Thanksgiving, and my kids all don't live here, but they're all coming in. Who's getting what bedroom? Where is everybody sleeping? Who gets the camper? But I built a wheel for it. And literally they've cloned it all so they know what recipes we're making. It's just a really cool way to organize things like that too, just personal things. So, but for those of you that are in business, people land on our premium and pro suite for a couple different reasons. Dr. Danielle said when she showed you the AI wheel, which really is for inspiration right now, your AI wheels, she couldn't go in and say, create an AI wheel that looks exactly like my brand and talk just like me. AI is not there yet, right? Including our AI. So our AI is great for the example that she gave. Super, super good for that. And then you can go in and edit it and make it do what you want with it. But it does take tokens, and with each paid subscription, you get in a certain number of tokens. So if you are one of those that likes the idea of a lot of AI wheels that you can start with or just get inspiration from, you get more tokens in these two levels, which I think are really important. Oops, let me just scroll down to show you that. So the premium gets 50 tokens, but you get 200 tokens every single month with the highest level. Now, the second thing I want to mention is you get a different level of customer service from us. Customer service these days with apps, business apps, I think is awful. And Danielle could probably tell you customer service for us is really, really important. And so with the higher levels, you're just going to get more customer service. But we also have an earnings program. The whole idea of our earnings program is to say, if you're spending time building wheels and you're creating wheels, and your wheels drive people to our app, we want to pay you for that. And so if and only if you have a premium or pro suite level, you actually can join our earnings program. It does take an extra, it's free to join the earnings program, but you must hold the premium or pro suite because those are our business people. So that while you're creating wheels, if somebody signs up for the app, then you get it, and they start paying for a subscription level, every single month they pay, you will get a percentage of that every single month. And so you may have people, because you put a wheel out there on social media that you don't even know, that have gotten the app, they have upgraded, and you get to see all of that in your own portal. So I'm going to go over here to the earnings portal and show you what this looks like. Now understand, I'm one of the owners of the company. I don't take referrals. So mine is blank, but I want to show you what it looks like. In the earnings program, you've got referrals and analytics. So referrals, if you get paid, you can see how much you get paid, how often you get paid. But down here, you will see something called direct referrals. If somebody uses your link to sign up, it immediately drops into your direct referral. And if they start paying, you can read across, it'll show you exactly how much you get paid that month. So it's just a thank you from us for building wheels and using them in your business. And just a way to hopefully maybe even get your app paid for free. Hopefully you can get enough referrals to do that. Now, like Danielle had shown you, the Join iYuga button is embedded in every single wheel. So you really don't have to share your link. Your link is embedded in the wheel. If anybody clicks the Join iYuga, this says invite because I'm logged in. So I can take this invite button and send this to anybody. But if somebody was looking at one of my wheels, it said the same little purple button turns to Join iYuga. So use those wheels, get them out there. And if you're one of those people that does it regularly, you'll see your referral base grow and grow. And I think that's a lot of fun. And then we have analytics. That's kind of the last thing I wanted to show you. I can go in here and I can go along here and see who has looked at my pup wheel. We adopted and fostered a pup, and I always wanted that wheel to be there always, even after his life, right? I wanted that. And so I created one, and I can go in here and see that 24 people have viewed this wheel. I can even see who has viewed it when I go through here. So it's pretty cool that you can see analytics. You can see which wheels are performing the best for you. So let's go back. And that, again, that is only if you have premium or pro suite. So if you want to upgrade to premium because you want that referral income and you want the analytics, you want the customer service, you want more AI tokens, you want better customer service, you can upgrade. Mine says downgrade, of course, because I have a pro suite. You can upgrade to premium. Just make sure that you use 50 annual. What that does is it gives you 50% off your first year. 50% off your first year. But let me tell you what Pro Suite, and you're getting the Pro Suite coupon because you are on here with Dr. Danielle. So I think Dr. Danielle put it in her information, but if you want to write it down, or maybe Danielle, you could put it in the chat. It's PS 200 forever. Now all of a sudden, is that right? Is that what you put in your? I think it's PS 200 forever, all caps, all one word. Let me tell you what that does. So our Pro Suite, if you go annually, it's 500 annually. It's like a website, right? If you do Pro Suite PS 200 forever, that means that we are obligated to lock you in at $200 every year from here on out. You never have to pay the $500. So we have a lot of people totally skip premium and move directly to Pro Suite because of that. Now you can cancel your account at any time. I'm just saying we're locked into honoring that $200 price from here on out. And again, we only offer this to people like Dr. Danielle to give to her customers. And I want to say one other thing about the earnings program. The premium, you'll get 5% back on every single person that pays for an app that came through your wheel. We double that if you are a Pro Suite user. So not only do you get locked in at the 200, but we double that. So I really wanted to take some time to share that with you because it's not stupid. We don't kind of shove that down your throat when you jump on the app. You kind of have to know where to go look for it. And again, if you're wanting to upgrade, you're going to go into your settings and you're going to go over here to subscription and billing. Let me see if there was anything else. You did such a great job with cloning, showing the segments, linking wheels, moving segments around. We really wanted to give you guys as much control as possible. So this is why you don't have to call us to make changes. You don't, I mean, this is yours to make what you want. Keep private what you want private until you're ready. But I would encourage you, for those of you that have businesses, that you fill everything out because it's not going to take too much time until people are going to start visiting your gallery and finding stuff. It is such a great way to connect, and it's a great way to show people all of who you are. Today, people want to know more about you than just your business. I buy from people not because of what they're selling, but because of who they are. Are we connected because we both foster animals? Are we connected because we like gardening? Whatever that thing is. So if you look at my gallery, I have all kinds of stuff in here. If you visit my gallery, I make almost everything clonable. But I have, 49 wheels that I've created that you're welcome to pop over and copy. Now, remember, some of these things have my information, like unlock joint regeneration, which has nothing to do with doTERRA. These are 5 exercises I think everyone should do to rejuvenate and prolong their life, being able to move well. But what I did is I said, you know what? If you're interested, here are a few oils that I think would work really well. And of course, I have my buy now button in there. But when you clone this wheel, you're either going to completely delete this segment because you're not doTERRA, or you're going to go put your own buy now button in there. And I want you to do that. That's the whole idea. So go find other people's wheels. Don't start from scratch. Play with the AI wheel builder. Have fun with this. Make mistakes. Figure it out. Ask Dr. Danielle or ask us within the app. There's a way you can connect with us within the app. So I know I just said a whole lot. Danielle, what else do you want me to cover? And
I think that was great. And I have Carolyn has a question. I think we open up for questions, and then I have the AI generated wheel that I'll show you guys on closing.
Awesome. I loved, Danielle, let me just say real quick, I loved so much that you said, yes, this is so important. When you send a wheel to somebody, they absolutely can use your wheel and view it as many times as they want. But let's say that, Maria, let's say you sent me a wheel in email. I have to keep going back to that email to reopen that wheel. But if I want to save the wheel in my own free iYuga account, I simply download the web app, which again will be mobile. You'll be able to access both ways soon. But if you want to save that wheel, encourage your customer to save the wheel. And I had some people were talking about, I really would like to use this when I get new customers. That's exactly what I do. I use it a lot like Dr. Danielle does, where let's say they buy a particular kit. I've already got the kit made in another wheel. I simply pull it over to the new wheel, and then I give them my onboarding, my doTERRA onboarding wheel. If you want my doTERRA onboarding wheel, go get it. I've already created it, but just take my information out and put your information in. I've already done the work. So that is a great way to use it for new customers, and get your people to download the app for free and say, hey, you're on MetaPower, or you're having sleep issues or hormonal issues. Next time I make a wheel on that, I'm going to gift it to you, and you can go ahead and save it in your iYuga account. So Okay. What other questions, Danielle? I'm sorry, I
I'm just
wanted
going to
to say
show
that.
the Egypt thing and then, yeah,
Yeah,
we'll
go
answer
for it.
questions. So it created all of this on its own, you guys. I just want to show you. Top 5 must
Oh, we
sites.
can't see. You need to screen share.
Oh, I thought I was.
I probably booted you off or something. I don't know why.
No, sorry. Okay. Just, okay, so here's the Egypt one. It created something for me to see in Egypt, top 5 sites, pyramids. It's got videos, images of pyramids, what to go see. Isn't that cool?
I love it.
The history, significance, learn more, did its own buttons, the temple stuff. Yeah, kind of fun. So that's best places to eat. I asked it, so here you go. Yeah. So that's the AI if you have like a general, more of a generic thing you want to create. Okay, so go ahead, Carolyn, go ahead and answer. And this is time now just for questions for you guys. I will send an email out with the getting started wheel, this one right here, as well as another one with the gifted wheel that you can clone, the lemon, lavender, peppermint to give you a start. Carolyn, yeah.
Yeah. So first of all, this is amazing. When I got my iYuga account, I really was overwhelmed. I saw all the stuff and I went, okay, looks cool. Wish I could do it. I don't have time to learn this. Um, so a couple of questions. One, if I upgrade, I don't remember if I went from Dr. Danielle's link or not. So if I upgrade, I want to make sure that it gets tied to her because she's the one that introduced me to it. And I don't know how that all works. So I just want to make sure. Secondly, Dr. Danielle, you were talking about you had sort of an onboarding wheel that you made for a specific customer. Like, here are the things that you ordered. Here's some information about them. Is that something that you would or could sort of keep organic? And if they ordered something significant in the next couple of months, you go, oh, let me add to this, or would you replace? Is there a limit to how many segments?
No, I don't know if there's a limit to the segments, but yeah, that's a good question. You could just absolutely kind of modify and they don't have to have 5 wheels. They just have their product wheel. Yeah, great question. I hadn't thought about that. I love it.
Okay, that's really cool. And I love the segments can be, saved and brought over to different wheels. Oh, this is so exciting. I love that it's the social media aspect. You've got your ad, you've got your link tree, you've got your pinned information, and then you've got your gallery. I just had no idea, and I'm super excited about this.
You can also create folders to organize. So I have like folders for my app, my
Yeah.
business, mental health. I have stuff when I help kittens be rehomed. I have a whole thing so I can make a kitten one, so you can create folders in here.
Yeah. So I had posted a question in there for Kelly, and then I think I answered my own question. Using the Empower app, you've got the ability to add personal resources because some of the pre-made ones, I'm like, it's not exactly what I'm looking for. So I assume you just put a link to your wheel as a personal resource, and then you could send that to a lead or a customer. And then if it's through the app, it's trackable
Yeah.
that they clicked on your wheel.
Yeah, it's trackable. They click on your wheel. Yep. And then
Okay.
I know you're talking Empower app. So this is the health
Mhm.
survey. I just put the button there.
Okay,
So then it goes to my health survey in the Empower app.
sweet.
Carolyn, I did check and you are connected to Dr. Danielle.
Okay, good. Thank you.
You're welcome.
All righty.
And all of you should be. I would be surprised if you weren't. However, I have control over that. So if something weird happens and Dr. Danielle says, "Oh, it's not through me," she's going to tell me and we're going to fix it. But yeah, you should be there. So yeah.
No, another thought on here, like this Thanksgiving one, for example, you can add multiple people to it to contribute. So like,
Gotcha.
any wheels, like you can say, hey, so and so, will you do the turkey recipe? Will you make the gravy recipe? And you can add multiple people can add to your wheel.
I'm trying to go back up here and see if there were any other questions.
I have a question.
Yeah, Maria.
Yeah, thank you. How do you put the wheel on a social media account like Facebook?
Good question.
Do you want me to answer or you got it?
Yeah, you can answer it. I'll kind of do it.
Yeah. So if you see the three dots right there next to any wheel, that's called a hamburger.
yeah.
You hit share.
Okay.
And then you can click Facebook, Pinterest, Instagram, WhatsApp, X, Messenger,
Oh,
and it will
fantastic.
create. Now, click that because today we're having a little glitch, and let me see if it glitches now or if they have fixed it. Remember something called the wallpaper? That's behind, and the inside, okay, it's fixed. So now she can type whatever and post it. Now, what you have to remember on this is you must be logged in to whatever app you're going to post. You can't post to LinkedIn if you're not logged into LinkedIn, right?
Okay.
So on another tab, your computer will know what you're logged into. So you have to be logged in. And that's just anytime you're going to post from an app to an app, you must always be logged into the other app you're going to post on.
That's
That's a
wonderful.
great
Thank you.
question. Yeah, I love that question.
I have one more.
Yeah.
Can I send the wheel via email?
Yes.
You can.
Oh, beautiful.
So we'll go to the. So the other thing you can do, so when you go to the share button, you can just click the copy, that little copy thing, and then just go to your email and say, let's see, Gmail, and you can just paste that. I text those links out all the time. So let's just say I'm going to reply to this and go, there you go. There's the link to the wheel.
And one thing I do in addition to that, because that's not very pretty, is it?
No.
Links are just ugly. So what I do, because the email is a feature that's very complicated to set up and we don't have that yet. So you can copy it, do what she just did, but take a little snapshot of your wheel and just put it right on top. They'll know to click the link below. That way they see the wheel.
I just
Yeah.
do like a screenshot of it. This
A
is kind of cool
screenshot.
too. You can say show label or not show label if you want it to look pretty.
Oh, wow. Beautiful.
Can I
then
expand on
you-
something that
Yeah.
Diane asked? You
Please.
did answer the question. She said, how do people find you in the app? Now, the more people we get on the app, the more we get to find each other. So first of all, right, you need to know that we were kind of forced to go global before we ever anticipated. So we are global. We have people from all over the world using our app right now. So how do people find you? Well, the top left search bar, because that's how she just went and found the Essential Midwife. Stephanie's a big user of our app. But also top right user menu, if you want to click that for me, Danielle, up on the top right next to the invite button. If you go to explore, people might find a wheel of yours, not next to the invite. Sorry.
Oh, my
There you
button.
go.
Okay.
Yeah, go to explore. Now again, I'm caveat. This is going to be more powerful and built out even better. I'm showing you this probably even be before I should. But look at, we've got 4 different people across the top already. So what you'll do is search for wheels. You'll type in a word. The search function isn't working that well yet, but this is top priority. We're working on it as well as releasing mobile. This will get better and better. But if I
Hormones
typed
again.
Dr. Danielle, or if I typed in hormone, you'll find wheels. So people will find you this way as well. Now she can't find herself. It's not her own wheels won't show up for her. But
Also, if I
somebody
put
else
in brain,
did-
oh, mine came up, brain.
yeah. Oh, okay. Well,
Oh,
that's
but
changed
look,
now too.
that's a lot of people that have it in theirs though too.
Well, that's because that's what happens when you
That's
make
great.
good wheels. People clone them.
And then it all comes up. You're like,
It
whoa,
all
there's a whole
comes
bunch
up.
of the same thing.
Yeah. And why that's good is it shows how popular her wheel is.
Yeah.
People are like, oh, I need that because everyone else wants that. So that's how you find people. Now, we don't have this feature yet, but know it's coming, is the ability to chat with inside the app. So next year that will be featured where I can literally talk to Carolyn. We can message each other within the app without going outside the app. So that'll be super cool when that's up and running.
Yeah, that's cool. I didn't know that.
So can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay. If you have that chat open, do you have to monitor it all the time, or can somebody send you something and then you answer it later?
Oh, yeah, absolutely. It'll function like any other chat feature that you have. You get to it when you want to get to it.
Okay.
Yeah.
When you mentioned that we could send it to people and they could add to it or give their input on whatever it is you're asking them about, they're able to put their input in without having the app themselves?
Nope. That's a great
No.
question. All you can do without the app is enjoy the wheel, use the buttons, watch the videos. If they want to if they want any control over that wheel, if you've allowed it, you as the creator get to decide whether they can clone the wheel, which is simply copy it into their own gallery, which most of you would want to do that. But whether you let them edit the wheel is a different decision within that wizard that you go through. And so nobody gets to touch your wheels unless they have the app in terms of copying them, cloning them, or editing them. And then even if they do have the app, you can still decide whether you want them to edit it or not. Obviously, Dr. Danielle has wheels in here that she doesn't want us going in and editing. They're her wheels. We can clone them and enjoy them and even share them, but we can't edit them. And that's your decision as the creator, what you want to do with that.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, it was a great question.
Great.
Marietta asked about what about Instagram? Yes, Instagram is, ooh, it's a little stinker. And so Instagram at the moment, you can't share the same way, but you can simply copy, just like she did with the email, go grab the link for your wheel and then put it on Instagram. And you can always take a snapshot of your wheel and put it there as well.
That's what I do on Instagram. I pull it up on my phone and just do a screenshot, and then I copy the link and just add that to my story with the link.
Cool.
And one other thing I want to clear up, because I know this comes up all the time and I forget, I know what I know. So the iYuga mobile app, meaning the one you go get from the Android store or the Apple store, is not there yet. We'll let you know when it's there. And so that's why I put early on our Facebook group, because that's where we'll announce it. And Dr. Danielle will probably announce it too, because she wants you all to have that convenience as well. But the app, the web app on your computer, it is actually what's called mobile responsive. So if I sent, if I sent somebody a wheel, let's say, Marietta, I send you a wheel via text, you can open that wheel on your phone. You can click around that wheel and enjoy it, but you're actually looking at something that's called mobile responsive. You're not viewing it inside the iYuga app yet. So you can view wheels on your mobile, but you can't build anything on mobile right now. So it's like you can view a Canva on mobile, but it's a lot easier on you build them, even like Zoom, we do it on our web, but it's mobile responsive now, but we don't have the app released yet. I hope that helps and that's not too confusing.
No, and
What is the limit? Oh, go ahead.
I was sorry, I didn't know there's another question. I saw Marietta, so I was pulled that up. This is where you can have people either edit it or not. So can it be cloned? That means people can clone it. And can it be synced? So I have the syncing off for this one, which means that if I change it, it doesn't change yours. You can change it. This means you can edit it. If I turn on the syncing, then that means nobody can edit it.
And if you forget what she said, you hover over the little I buttons and it repeats it right there. It explains what it is. We have I buttons everywhere to help you guys out.
Is that what we need to depend on? Are the I buttons? Do we have any manuals or something that we can follow so that we don't have to learn by putting in so much time using it?
I haven't uploaded it here. There's an onboarding wheel. Right, and right here, there's an onboarding wheel. You just click that and I can say navigate over to that wheel. And then you can go through this and do a whole, like, learn everything. And this is the manual basically.
Oh, cool. Okay.
So that's inside the wheel that I sent out to you guys. I'll
Would you
send
do
it
me
again.
a favor? Would you
Yeah.
search in the search bar? Would you search iYuga, please? You guys, iYuga has, I have my personal iYuga account, which I hope you all go on and follow me and copy my wheels. But if you want iYuga official, this is our business app. There's all kinds of wheels to get inspiration from. There's an introducing iYuga on the left, the onboarding, which she just gave you. So you can always go to underneath, if you look, Willpower Live Workshops, that's on the second row if you want to watch workshops. So you can go and peek around in there and see what we have as well. But I really encourage you to join the user Facebook group as well. And I put that up. Yeah. If you want to find me, my last name is Ellerbrake. You can search me up in the top left, Kelly Ellerbrake. And that's how you can find me. I'm also on Facebook. You can, and Instagram. I communicate more on Facebook, so you can find me and friend me, and that way too. I put wheels on there quite often. Somebody asked how many segments you can have. I want you to remember to not defeat the purpose of a wheel, which is to simplify things. My brain, I'm very A-type. I like to kind of complicate things. And so I'm constantly forced by the app to say, stop complicating things. So I wouldn't have more segments than the one that Dr. Danielle showed you before. That had a lot of segments. If your segments get so small, people can't even get their fingers to tap on them if they're tapping on those segments on their mobile phone. Remember, you can look at a wheel. So I would rather encourage you to do something like this. Create a wheel, and then whatever off-brand, if you can divide the concepts in two, put a wheel inside a wheel. Tuck another wheel in there so you don't get too many segments. I don't know how many segments you can put in. Honestly, it's probably too many. But I would encourage you not to go crazy with too many segments, because you're defeating the purpose of trying to keep things simple.
Perfect. Any other questions, you guys?
Dr. Danielle, will we get a recording? The people who attended
Yes.
this, can we
Yes.
get that recording?
Yep, we'll get that recording out to you. I'm just gonna, and I'll send out all, the links as well, kind of drip those out.
Oh, that would be great.
Wheel right there is the iYuga wheel I created. Well, it's this one that I have pulled up. So you guys can start learning from there.
Okay.
Isn't that pretty? I think they're fun. I just want to make them because they're pretty. I didn't need to make an iYuga wheel, but yesterday I was like, well, I want something pretty to show them.
That's so pretty. That
I
is
just
so pretty.
love
that made me go, oh, when I saw it. I loved it.
You did. You text back, wow, or GOGs or something like that. Yeah.
I did. I was like, that is so pretty.
So I just sent you that link, and this will kind of walk you through just the setup piece anyway. But yeah, I just have fun with it. That's the reason why I wanted to do this. It wasn't really have anything to do with, making money. I love creating the wheels, and they have revolutionized, in a sense, my business, because now anytime someone wants information on products, I'm like, let me create a wheel. Before, I was sending this link. Here's the link for frankincense. Here's a link and it's just ridiculous. Where now I can have all of those links and a buy button right there. Make it so easy. I use it for onboarding. I use it for I don't even do ebooks anymore. These are my ebooks. I don't even like creating presentations anymore in Canva. I use these as my presentations. And if you were on my emotions class yesterday, this was my presentation. I didn't create slides. I just used the brain one you just saw. I was like, here you go. And I've already had it created. And then I'm like, here, I'll send you my presentation, because it is the e-guide, and I have links in there that lead them to my app, for example, my Holistic Brain app. So I use it for everything now. Presentations, e-guides, just to organize my information. It's just so, I love it. So you guys excited to start using them and building them? Yeah.
Yes, I'm excited to be here. I wanted to say that I originally thought that I was coming to watch you use the wheel teaching about the brain. So when I got here and saw that it was about the wheel, I was a little disappointed, but I stayed till the end, and I'm glad I did, because it is very exciting. But speaking of the emotions class that you did yesterday, I just crave your classes. So how would I have known about your emotions classes?
Oh, yeah, that's a good question. Thank you. So in Facebook and Instagram, I have a channel, and in those channels, I post all my classes.
Oh,
So if you want to join, whichever platform you're on, I post them in both channels. So, and then the other is I do have a VIP group. That's a paid group, but I coach with them monthly, and you're welcome to join that. Carolyn's in my VIP group, actually, and Andrea is as well. I see Andrea on here. And so I keep them, like, I always give them all my details of my trainings also in that VIP group. And if you want, I can send you a link to join that too.
I would appreciate that, the link.
Yeah. Okay. I'll send that over. Actually, it's in the channel too, but I'm going to send that right now, because if I don't grab it now, here, I've got it already pulled up. Okay. So this is for the VIP, but I've got free channels on Instagram and Facebook that are just about my trainings. And then that's the VIP link to purchase the VIP group. Okay.
Okay. I think I'm in your Facebook, but I haven't received anything like this from you in Facebook. And I'm in your email as well. And I don't, I received this email for this, but I never received emails from you.
It's probably going to spam. That happens a
Oh,
lot with emails.
okay.
That's
All right,
another
thank you.
reason. Yeah, I like the channels and the wheels because I'm like, okay, it doesn't have to go to spam. It can actually get to people. Good questions. Thanks, you guys. And yeah, just reach out on Messenger or DM on Instagram too for any of these questions. But so great to see you guys. Thank you so much for being on. This was a fun training. I love the wheels and I'm excited for you to start creating too and sharing them. Thank you. Have a
Thank
good
you,
one.
Kelly and Dr.
Bye.
Danielle.
Yeah, have a good day.
You take care.
Bye.
Yep, thank you.
Bye-bye.